wake up, you check your phone, you scroll, you snack, you delay. You tell yourself you'll start in a minute. And somehow, it's already evening. Nothing happened. Nothing moved. But something was taken from you. And the worst part, you don't even feel robbed. This is what instant gratification actually does. It trains your brain to prefer relief over progress. Every small hit, a scroll, a snack, a notification, releases a tiny reward. Not enough to change your life, just enough to delay it. And the more often you choose quick relief, the harder sustained effort feels. Not because you're lazy, because your brain is adapting. Your brain is not built for long-term vision. It's built for immediate feedback. Every time you choose something quick and rewarding, your brain strengthens the pathway that says, "This is good. Do it again." The problem is not pleasure. The problem is frequency. When rewards are constant, effort starts to feel unnecessary. Why struggle for something that takes months when you can feel good in seconds? And slowly, without noticing, your tolerance for boredom shrinks. Long-term goals are uncomfortable. They require repetition. They require silence. They require progress without applause. Instant gratification removes discomfort immediately. Feeling stressed? Scroll. Feeling uncertain? Watch something. Feeling restless? Eat. Click. Switch. You're not solving the problem. You're muting it. And the more often you mute discomfort, the less capable you feel facing it. Not because you're weaker, because you're untrained. Instant gratification creates the feeling of motion. You're consuming, you're reacting, you're stimulated. But stimulation is not progress. Checking updates feels productive. Researching feels productive. Planning feels productive. But without execution, nothing compounds. And compounding is what changes lives. The dangerous part? Your day feels full, but nothing moves forward. Over time, something shifts. Deep work feels heavier. Silence feels unbearable. Focus feels unnatural. Your goals don't disappear. They just start feeling unrealistic. Not because they are, because your nervous system is calibrated for speed. You begin choosing what feels good today over what would matter in 5 years. And 5 years pass either way. Instant gratification doesn't destroy ambition. It slowly replaces it. Not with failure, with comfort. And comfort, repeated daily, becomes your ceiling. At some point, you stop trusting yourself. Not in a dramatic way. In small, quiet moments. You say you'll start at 7. You start at 7:20. You say tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow looks the same. You begin noticing the gap between intention and action. And that gap creates friction, not guilt, not shame. Friction. Because every time you break a promise to yourself, your brain updates a belief. He doesn't follow through. She doesn't really commit. And identity shifts slowly. You no longer see yourself as someone disciplined. You see yourself as someone who tries. That's a dangerous downgrade, because once your identity weakens, effort feels artificial. You push yourself, but it doesn't feel natural. And instant gratification is always there, waiting, ready to relieve the discomfort, ready to make you feel better without demanding anything. This is how momentum dies. Not in one collapse, in hundreds of small escapes. You don't lose years at once. You lose evenings, mornings, weekends, fragments of focus, and those fragments add up. While you're scrolling, someone else is building. While you're delaying, time is not. And time compounds whether you use it or not. The real cost of instant gratification is not pleasure, it's erosion. Erosion of discipline, erosion of confidence, erosion of self-trust. Until one day, you look at your life and feel behind. Not because you lacked ability, because you fed distraction more consistently than direction. And the hardest part? You didn't even feel reckless. You felt normal. Because everyone around you is doing the same. Scrolling, consuming, reacting. It feels harmless. It feels modern. It feels deserved. But comfort delivered instantly comes with hidden interest. You pay later. In stagnation. In regret. In unrealized potential. The solution isn't to eliminate pleasure, it's to rebuild tolerance. Tolerance for boredom, for silence, for slow progress. Because growth is slow, and anything meaningful usually feels unrewarding at the beginning. But the reward compounds, not in minutes, in months, in years. Instant gratification asks, what feels good now? Discipline asks, what will feel meaningful later? The life you want belongs to the version of you who can sit in discomfort without escaping it. The question is simple. When the urge appears, to scroll, to delay, to switch, who makes the decision? Impulse or you? And here's the uncomfortable truth. Your life will not be destroyed by one bad decision. It will be shaped by repeated small ones. By what you do when no one is watching, when no one is checking, when no one is clapping. Instant gratification feels harmless because it's invisible. There's no headline, no collapse, no dramatic failure, just days that look normal, until years don't. And one day, you won't remember the scrolls, but you will feel the distance between who you are and who you could have been. The difference will not be talent. It will be tolerance. Tolerance for boredom. Tolerance for effort. Tolerance for slow progress. So the next time you feel the urge to escape for a moment, pause. Not to punish yourself, to choose. Because the person you become is built in moments like that. Quietly, repeatedly, without applause.